Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to dig into this bag of vintage stamps and goodness. This is probably the third in a series of videos going through a gift that I received. I'm going to take a peek. I will tell you there is an odor from these stamps, not smoke or anything, just a lot. So keep that in mind if you receive gifts or you have old stuff. Be sure that you're thinking about that and checking it before you just start taking it and gluing it into your projects. So what I would like to do as we go through, oh my gosh, look at those, is I have two large Pyrex pans here, and I would like to kind of sort for washing. That's a different video and a little bit different topic. We probably don't want to get into that for length. These are cool. But I might want to sort a little bit like, I don't know, nature. Here we go. Here's a cool bird stamp, and it needs to be dampened to break away from its friends. Now, obviously, I won't be able to pre-sort this group, but I do know that I want to wash it because then they won't be all stuck together and they'll come off their backing paper. So I'm just going to toss that in a Pyrex pan right now. The ones that are already separated, we can get a little container and put those in. The girls are here, so I don't know if this process is going to work, but I always hope that they're aging and making better decisions slowly but surely. So the ones that aren't on backing, I can just, this one has a little bit, but not bad. I can just toss those in there right now. And we just have a bunch of cool variety. These almost all seem to be international. And if that's the case, then we get much, much more variety than what I already have in my stash. Oh, look at the colors. Now, because of the odor, the ones that I washed, they'll probably be fine. That'll go away. I'm going to get rid of the Ziploc bag that they came in. I'm a big recycler, reuser, but not when things smell. Now these, I'm going to dump these into the pan to get washed because they're cute. I want to see them. See the Netherlands one? I like those. I have a bunch of those, I think. But I want them to come off their backing. This one is kind of damaged. Like if you had the perfect one and you wanted that off of there, wash it and it'll come off fine. I'm fine with it. And I would prefer to not take a risk to the stamp. I have maybe torn one or two when I'm not careful with the washing and how I treat them. But nothing wild. See, same here. It has a little bit of thickness on the back. I'm just going to leave it that way. I'm going to put all these in here, but these in the wash pan. When we get these big mixes like this, there's just so much to see. So I don't know if you'll see them all. Look at that one. It says Finland underneath it. Definitely washing that one. Okay, here. These are on neat paper. Like maybe they were airmail envelopes. If I can get some of those. No, see, they're all stuck. Oh, like this one, I'm going to leave it on that. That's fun. These are very stuck together. But there are a bunch more of those. And I like that little bit. So when it's just one, I'm going to leave that. That's fun for collages. So maybe these two should go in a separate container, but you know I'm not that much of a sorter. Those would be great for collage layers. Maybe not so much if I want to do a journal cover. And I do want to do some more journal covers. Oh, here's one of those cool triangle stamps. New York Coliseum, April 28th, May 6th, 1956. Okay, I'm going to take a risk and wash that one. It feels different though, almost like it was a sticker. The modern sticker ones, don't wash those. I mean, unless you have a trick, feel free to leave it in the comments below, but I have not had success washing those. I'm going to throw all of these in here. Well, I'm going to put the triangle ones separate because I'm just obsessed with those and there aren't that many in my life. These are super cool. I'm guessing they were separated by country, geography, something, you know, I would separate by color or size. Yeah, but see how many, they're the same. Oh my gosh, look at them. Oh, this one's really cool. So many neat stamps. So these, there's no backing. There's nothing on them. They're ready to go. Look at that one. To me, it doesn't even look like a stamp. It looks like one of our rubber stamps or something we made to look like a stamp. Then these I'll wash because they're stuck together. So just sort of thinning them out. Then if I can find a spot, maybe I won't put these back in their bag and I'll just let them breathe. They just smell old and damp is how they smell. I mean, you can't hold that against them, right? They need to breathe. This is adorable. Now, something like this, I might just take this and put it right in a journal because it's thin. It's a nice envelope. It has the stamps. I might even tack this stamp that's trying to fall off down when I do that. All of these envelopes, we've talked about these. You know I'm keeping the envelopes. Those are not trash. I do want to see if I can get the stamps out of it, though. Yes. These little envelopes are just wonderful. And I would pay for vellum envelopes, so look what a wonderful gift I have received here. Not to mention all the stamps. Oh. Let's see if we can get this out, see what's in there. Very cool. I am so excited. I think there's definitely going to be some more postage stamp cover journals. Last year I made, I think 3. I just finally finished the 3rd journal. And I sold 2 of them to the same person at the craft fair. The one craft fair a year that I do in the morning. I mean, they were gone. The funny thing is the person that gifts me some of these wonderful stamps was there. He came to the craft fair, but he came through much earlier. So he's never even seen one of my postage stamps. Oh my gosh, they're birds and they're tiny. Can we order these? Like as crafters, I would like pretty bird stamps that are tiny. These are so fun. I'm going to set these aside. They don't need to be washed. They don't need anything. I might use them as one big, or I might take them apart. But if we found a whole bunch of those in here, we would have bird journals in our future. You just never know what we're going to find or be inspired by, right? That one is fine how it is. These, I wonder if they're stickers. They're very thick. I'm going to throw them in the wash thing and see what happens. These I'll throw down there. Oh, that's cool. I think it says, I don't have my glasses on. Here's some, but I'm not sure these are the current prescription, so we may have troubles. Belgive, maybe? I don't know. This one, I love this paper. It is like airmail, super thin. So I'm not going to wash it off of there just yet because look at that. That's the beginning of a scrumptious collage. So that's how I decide. Especially if I have 10 or 15 of them of the same stamp and they're all, oh, that's cool. They're all on paper. I'll wash at least half of them off. Look at that one. This, I mean, it doesn't even look like a real postage stamp. I don't know what a real, this one I'm going to wash. It's super thick and kind of boring. One time I had a bunch on stuff like this and I left them on there for a while. I didn't use them. This one's weird. It's like, oh, I bet they got stuck on top of each other. Let's wash it. Here, more of those. Oh, look, some just basic boring. Oh, look at her. She's adorable. I love the foliage and animals and the women. She has a postage cancellation on her head, but she's still cute. Let's wash this one. Let's see what's in this envelope. It has glued itself in. There we go. That must be why they use the vellum. It comes out pretty well. I think these are Italian. Oops. Yes. Look at them. So fun. Okay, so I don't know how much you want to see, but I'm thinking ephemera. The Smash Our Stash video that I did this month had a postage stamp cover in it, so that kind of gives you an idea. I think the ones I do in the future, I won't mix different tissues and stuff. I'll do all stamps, especially because I was starting to run a little light on stamps. Clearly, that's not a problem for me now. Look at this little cute one. It reminds me of green stamps. Is that what they were called? Those things you put in the book and then you could take them to the store and get, I don't know, they were like coupons. I mean, from when I was little. There were a couple of them, I think, in that journal. They were orange, though, which I didn't understand. These are adorable. I'm going to put this with the bird ones just because they're a fun size. A couple of those. So they're separated by country. I think. I'm more interested in how I would use them as a crafter. You know, Dana K. White, she's the tidy lady, one of them. She talks about putting things where you'll look for them. That's how you should organize your house. I'm not going to look for these by country, right? I'm going to look for them by, I want some birds or I want something cute. I also think I need to stop storing postage stamps as a category. Oops, these all just need to be washed. I can't get them apart. And start storing them with their theme if I have one. So I have a little tiny 4x6, one of these boxes that says birds or it says birds and butterflies. These guys need to go in there so that when I am sitting down to use birds, I use the postage stamps too. Some things I want a million postage stamps because I want a cover, but otherwise I want postage stamps mixed in with everything so that I get more variety in my projects. It's not just on Tuesdays I use postage stamps because I happen to find them, which you know that's kind of how I am. So that's what I'm thinking. I mean, unless something happens and I have so many bird postage stamps that I could make a cover with them. Look at these bad boys. I can't help you. I mean, I know nothing about stamps. My geography's not even that good. But these are cool looking. I'm sorry. These look like something we ordered off of like Amazon. They don't really look like stamps to me. Look, okay. Bayern underneath. Stuck to something else. Stuck to more of the same. And if you can, just jiggle them apart and save yourself the time of... Oh, Argentina. Save yourself the time of getting them wet. Oh, look at those. That's really cool. I have a stamp that's kind of that shape, and I love using it. Like a rubber stamp, not a postage stamp. Look at those. Those are cool. These are really dark green for you green lovers. Now we have stamps for every project, right? Ooh, look at the blue ones. He has kind of wild hair. Oh, I do love architecture too. That could be a whole other journal theme. And I like it like with the nature and lots of times there's pretty flowers. Now, one thing about these is this country, they're not using nearly the color that like we would use. Well, I guess back then we didn't. Those are great for a vintage journal because they have very vintage mellow colors. All this saved for sure. Saving all the envelopes. See, it just goes on and on and on. I still have a big box. Look at these. Oh, with the nature and the trees. So it's the same image, just different colors, which is amazing because you could do your blue journal. You could do your purple architecture. Lebanese, I think. I think that's what I'm trying to read you. Look at those. Super fun. And I don't know, like you might be like, oh, you should have kept them separate. I mean, your brain only remembers like 7 short-term things. I'm not going to remember what was in here or where they were. This is pretty cool. I'm not going to wash this because we have the cancellations. Now, I don't know who that is, and that might be something that we would check out before we use the stamp, right? There are maybe some people that it would not be great to put them in a journal and it might upset people. Okay. Is that coming out? There we go. Look at these. They're just like fancy art pieces to me. Not really stamps. Cool. Geography. Oh, Nicaragua. Architecture is what I meant to say. Yeah, these are all Nicaragua. So again, same stamp, just different colors. Oh no, not exactly same. Don't listen to me. Ooh, look at that one. That's a cool shape. And these have those little, what did Becky say they were called on that last video? Tabs, flips. They have them on the back. I'm okay with that. I think if I was making, I'll just put it in the collage one. If I was making a cover, it might be troublesome. I'm going to wash. Finland. I'm going to wash. Finland. I don't know how you get this many international stamps. Do you have a lot of friends? India. Oh my gosh. Canada. I'm going to wash that for sure. So I think we could do like travel journals with these, or this is Netherlands, kind of torn up. I'm going to wash it. Oh, look how cute she is. I'm going to wash her. They could be all sorts of things. Or you could just say, I want colors today. I want to go through and get a bunch of oranges and blues, or I want to go, look at that. It's small too. Like, it's a dainty thing. I want to go do different themes, or maybe I want something with trees. Speaking of trees, look at that. That's gorgeous. Look at that one. It's like a newspaper. Okay, I don't know. The newspaper one feels kind of shiny. I don't know if it's going to wash off, but I'm going to try it because it's on something really thick. When they're on something really thick and boring, like it's very white, I don't want it. Libya. I think we have like maybe all the countries. I don't know. We have a long way to go here. I better hurry up. Tunisia. Oh, Tunisia. Netherlands, I think. Okay, so if they're, I'll zoom you in more and then try and sort right here. We'll wash these. Oh, she's cute. I don't know if we saw this exact one before. So far, I don't have enough to, oh my gosh, did you see that glimpse? Okay, I'll show you. Oh, it's a zebra. See, that's fun. South Africa. So if we wanted to do an animal one, Challenger Pocket Stock Book. Oh, look at that. I just love, remember I said if someone wants to put them all in the little pockets? Oh, they're glued in. Not all of them are glued in. Okay, so this book, I mean, I'll show you what the book looks like and stuff, but some of them are glued in. Some of them are not. Either way, this is the cutest thing ever. The ones that are glued in, I can fiddle with. I mean, it would take me a while, so I'm not going to do it all on camera, but I bet like I could get them out and then I could wash them to separate them. These also, if you took, not saying I would, but ideas, I could take one of these pages and use it as a pocket in a journal and then have a whole bunch of little tiny pockets for stamps in the journal. If it was like one of those postage ones or travel and we were trying that. The other thing is, this is a great sample of how to make it. File folders and some nice washi tape with glue up the side. And you could make yourself a cute little book. I would probably just 3 hole punch ours for simplicity. But, I mean, I'm a journal maker. We could make this stuff, right? We're crafters. We can make anything. But this is adorable. Just this page alone in a journal as a pocket would be fun. I love it. Indonesia. Dutch Post. I don't know what that one says. Super cute. Okay, let's wash her. These are darling. Oh my gosh. There's so much goodness in this gift. I'm going to have to show this person what I make with this so he can see. Maybe I'll give him first dibs. Okay, so that is the cutest little book. I'm going to stand it up on the counter for now. Probably forget it's there. And I might have to put it away because of the girls. Paraguay. That's pretty cool. I don't even think we've dented the pile. Maybe we have. Let's go for some big items. Okay, these, oh my gosh, it's one envelope with a million cool things in it. National Stamp Exhibition Set. The set was issued to mark the most successful and greatest stamp exhibition ever held. It opened at Rockefeller Center, that magnificent concourse of huge structures so ably shown in the designs, on February 10th, 1934. There we go. Oh my gosh. I just felt stamps rain down onto my foot. That is really neat. Okay, it's not that bad. I mean, it's like maybe 20. The thing is, here you have to stop what you're doing and pick them up because you might have to pay to get them out of Zelda later. This is so cool. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. I'm definitely not going to wash them off that piece of paper. That would be an amazing ephemera piece. Maybe it goes over here because it goes with the things we would make clusters with and that are unusual. They're not necessarily journal cards. I thought that said cemetery at first, but it says century. Centenary? Centenary. Stamps, we get into words I don't know. 1947. Same stamps, all the colors. This one's kind of purplish for Andrea, blue for me, green for Maria. Maria and Andrea would have to argue about it. I don't know who gets excited about red, but it's kind of cool when the same thing comes in different colors, I think. Okay, what is this? It is a card stuck in an envelope from a stamp club. It might be a whole big sticker. I'm not sure. Something strange about it. It might be 2. I don't know. I'm going to put it right there because I'm not skilled enough to play with it. Oh, it goes with this. Okay. Then we'll leave them together, right? The locomotive on our 1949 seal is the rocket. Okay, so we'll leave those together and look at them as an ephemera option. Look at this. It is the tiniest, perfectly fit. I might put these back in here just because they fit. These are the same ones we already saw, but they're torn apart. I'm going to put these right back in because I think that would be so fun to put them in a journal just the way they are, and they just fit so perfectly in their little envelope. That annoying sound is Eliza trying to get the child locks open. Again, more envelopes, and I'll put them in a cupboard or somewhere that the girls can't get them to let them breathe. This one feels really glued on there. I'm going to throw this in this other pan and address it later. Look at that. Italy. Eliza Jane, honey. It's not going to work. I have no idea where these are from. We had some of these earlier, I think, but in a bigger piece. Okay, Canada, let's wash it. This one looks good. Loose. We might have seen something like that before. Okay, here's Mexico. Animals from Mexico. We'll put them with the birds. They don't need to be washed. Needs to be washed. Washed. Belgique. I don't know, but I think we saw one like that before, but I don't know where it's from. Here we go. Wash this mess. Oh, Canada. Oh my gosh, let's look at this. The stamp stock book. Whoa. It's like the jackpot in here, isn't it? Cuba. These feel strange, like they're thick or on backing or something. I don't want to mess them up, but they feel very unusual. These little tiny pocketbooks are adorable. Look. I can just sort and sort. That's not really my jam though, is it? We'll just tuck those in. My guess is over the years when these got bounced around and they weren't right side up, stuff started falling out. If I wanted, I could just sit around. Oops, sorry, you're blurry. You're blurry, you're missing things. I could just sit around and sort things into the little pages. I think it's a little bit interesting that there's only pockets on one side, but that's because they would be tangled, huh? Or it'd be really thick. Here's some more good stuff. I'm probably not going to keep this one. It's rusty and plasticky, and it just doesn't look cool. Looks like I got it at Walmart yesterday. Okay. Oh, it says something about lira down in the corner, so they must be Italian. I might not mix all these European or international stamps with all of my domestic ones, especially because I've picked through my domestic ones and I just got a lot of white males in there and not a lot of pretty colors. Look at those. Okay, well, I think I'm going to be doing this for a long time, and you might be super, super bored. Heat and moisture in your gum on stamps. Do not carry investor inside pockets. Okay, look at that. It's a little book of Canadian stamps. Oh my gosh. How fun would that be in a journal pocket? That's ridiculously cute. I could make journals for stamp collectors. I don't know if stamp collectors like journals, But if you have a stamp collector in your life that you think would actually write in a journal and like that, then be sure and tell me down below, because that might be kind of fun. Venezuela. Maybe I'll ask my neighbor if he would use a journal. Republic of Panama. Maybe I could make it like a smaller book that an older man could put in his pocket and write notes in. Not like a journal. Look at those. I think sometimes the full-size big journals, they overwhelm people. Because at the craft fair, sometimes they're like, what would I do with these? I'm like, I don't know. I buy blank notebooks all the time and manage to find something to do with them. What would you do with them? Oh, gosh. I have no idea where these are from, but they're pretty cool looking. Baskets. Thailand. I don't know. I think this will wash. Let's try it. Be careful if you do a wash pan. I had some that had like Christmas envelopes, red. Be careful you don't put those in. Your wash pan, think about laundry. And don't worry about the stamps. It's the paper they're on that you need to be concerned about. This is so cool. I think these are the stamps. I don't know. I'm not going to wash them because I'm not sure about them. This is just fun. So I'm going to stand this cute little book up next to its other cute little book friend and leave it for now. I could probably entertain myself for a whole day with this. So I don't think we can go through it in that level in a video. Colombia. So fun. Okay. Oh, the price of this stamp stock book was $2.59, written in pencil in the back. Oh, the good old days. Okay, this is all stapled together. I'm not sure why, but it seems to be from the same place. Great color. If there's foliage ones in here, they'd be really good. So we'll put that in the ephemera later. Look at this. Some big stuff. Okay, I've got an incoming Zelda on my right. I hope she stops to torture Eliza in the chair. Another one, some stuck together. Some ready to use. Wash. Look at that one. So some of these are ready to wash or to use, and these gotta wash. This one says Post Italian on it. They're cute. There's a bunch of them. All of the different images and the colors are so fun. Ooh, look at this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it apart to show you. Okay, we'll put these down here. There is some kind of triangle in here, and there's one of these little tiny, the little tiny tinies. Look at that. Oh, the triangle is just cool. There it goes. Nope, it's going to have to wash. Nope, there it goes. It has one of those flips on the back. Let's put it in the super cool section. Do we have a super cool section? I think. China life-saving stamp. Saves a life for a day. 3 cents. Whew. Okay. I have some questions about that. Hi, Zusi. Okay, yeah. These need to be washed. Are you overwhelmed at this point? Look at this. These are the envelopes we've gone through. We haven't gone through this yet. Wait, this is, I mean, I don't even think we're halfway through. So let's just kind of speed this up and let's say, well, we've got some cool envelopes here. Monaco. Yeah, I can smell them too. I think it says Republic Française. But I think it's like not, I don't have my glasses, the right glasses. You know, at that certain point, you need all the different glasses. Okay, there. Oh my gosh, these are like, they look like they're tied together. Oh, it was a rubber band. It was a rubber band, you guys. And it is deteriorated. Okay, it is so cute. I might just set it down. It is a tiny, tiny, tiny bundle of stamps that were likely important to someone, and they've put a rubber band, and it is completely crystallized. but it's not falling apart as easily as I thought. Like when I tried to get it off, it didn't come off as quick as I thought. Okay, I'm just going to keep sorting and looking, and I'm sure that you will see many of these stamps again soon. Well, it's me. Maybe not soon, as we use them in projects. I think there's going to be postage. These I'm going to set aside because people we might not want in our stamp projects. Because, you know, it might take me a while, but you will see them at some point. This seems to be two together, and I'm not smart enough to figure out how to get it open. Oh, there we go. It's not two. It's just layered up. The tissue, when they put the tissue in there, that actually doesn't seem to help because it sticks to it more than the actual envelope. The tissue is so white, I probably won't keep that because, again, it doesn't look older. It must be something very special, like acid-free, because it didn't yellow. Not one bit. Okay. Oh, these are cool map stamps. The font is tiny, so I can't read them. I think it says Republic of Cuba. These all look pretty good. I think I could fiddle with these and they would fall apart. They don't need to be washed. My plan was to get through these stamps and then wash them. Look at these little art pieces. Just fun. Oops, I'm dropping them. Oh no, I dropped quite a few. The girls watched me pick them up with great fascination. We don't have that many in our wash pan, really. Okay, so this paper has a little bit of green. We'll be careful of that. Maybe just put it there. It'll be cute anyway. But again, in your wash pan, be careful with those darker colors. Didn't we see one like this before? It's hard to remember. So many choices. The boys are going out to play fetch. Okay. Stuff in there. Oh, these are those ones that are, they just look like little art pieces. I can't tell where they're from. Oh, Liechtenstein. I can see it down at the very bottom. I think I'm going to have to wash them all, which concerns me. There we go. I don't want to wash them all because what if that country's ink is different? And what if it didn't hold up and then I just end up with blank pieces of paper? But if I can't get them apart, and sometimes you can fiddle with them, but it is damaging them a little bit. Like I lost part of it right there, stuck to the back. And if I had washed it, it probably would have come out perfect. I'm going to wash those. But, you know, maybe sometimes you wash them and they don't come out perfect. And the trick with the washing is how you lay them out at the end to dry and stuff. If you leave them all stacked up and balled up, you're going to end up with the same mess you went in with. Well, a different combination, but a mess nonetheless. I live in a fairly dry, not too humid climate. I mean, it rains a lot in Oregon. These are cool, and we haven't seen these before. But these will be fine if I get them washed and lay them out. In really humid climates, you probably can't just take all your separated stamps like I'm doing and throw them in a thing. So keep that in mind if you end up with a big project. What I do works fine for me in my area. It actually probably wouldn't work well at the beach, but it may not work for you. You may want to just wait and wash your stamps or prep them the day before you're going to do your project. I want to take a look at these stamps too. Jamaica. Oh, with palm trees. That's just fun. Can't decide whether I want that nature one or not. Republic of Cuba. We've got planes and a little blue seal. And I think he has his name under him, but I can't see it. I think same for her. Put those in there. Oh, that one is cool. I mean, I can't see it at all. I have no idea what's going on, but the postage cancellation over it is great. I think before I, ooh, that one's neat. I'm gonna put that one over here. I think before I'm not even sure if that's a real, prevent polio crippling. I don't think that's a real postage stamp. I don't know. Anyway, before I put stamps on a project, I should definitely put on my current prescription of glasses and look at them carefully, because there have been some international leaders over the years that we maybe don't want to include in our projects. Look at those. There have been some national leaders over the years that we might not want to include. Pesos, so maybe we're in Mexico. And then we have a U.S. postage stamp mixed in, so I don't know what happened. Didn't see that coming. Yeah, these are U.S. 2 cents. Do you know how many of these it would take me to mail right now? Actually, today I don't know the new number. That one's on something too thick, but my whole envelope would be covered. Oh, that one was neat. I just like all the different architecture and the different foliage, and this one's okay. I like the blue ones. We've seen a lot of those in various videos or projects. Okay, I'm tired. Are you? It was not reasonable to expect that I was going to look at all these all at once. So I think what I'll do is I will put something heavy over this or get the girls out of here, and then I'll come back to it and finish it up and without you. And then we'll probably have one more video from this, because there's a cool box of envelopes that I want to show you. Not all of them. It'll be like this. Oh, look at this. See, then we find more cool stamps. Look how big that is too. So you've gotten a glimpse. This is a very assorted, because now Canada, you've gotten a glimpse of things, but I don't think you need to see every stamp. Okay, New Zealand, that is neat. I like that one. They've got the ship and the map and the guy. There's a lot going on there. I'm guessing that's somebody who discovered it. I don't know, because it seemed like a very old picture. These are all different countries. This one was not sorted like some of the others, which I'm fine with. It seems like most of these I could just throw in there and they don't need to be washed. Like I said, I am doing a tiny bit of damage, but not a lot. Plus, we're crafters. We're not postage stamp collectors. So as long as the image is pretty. Did we already see this one? Then I think it's okay. Look at that one. I might have some questions about that one. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I hope you are inspired to use postage stamps in your projects. If you received this as a gift and thought you have no idea how to use these, stick around. Even as a card maker, not a journal maker, you can do neat collages or postage inspire things. You could have a trip for somebody. You could do a scrapbook page that used stamps from the countries you went to down the border, or you could do like a 4th of July page with US flag stamps, all kinds of stuff. If you're a scrapbooker, card maker, journal maker, you could use them. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. Bye-bye.